We're live. What is up, swimmers and swammers? We are here for day 8 of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. I'm Coleman Hodges. That's gold medal Mel. And we're going to be watching the day 8 finals and talking you through it. And hopefully you're going to be watching with us. Drop us comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know your predictions for the day. It's a really exciting session. And I want to start with the last event first because we know the mixed medley relay lineups. And so let's get right. Let's talk about them. So every team is going with either male, male, female, female, or female, male, male, female. Famously, last Olympics, the U.S. went with male, female, male, female. It was weird. It didn't work. Lydia Jacoby's goggles fell off. It was kind of a disaster all around.
She still split well, even though her goggles fell off.
She still split well.
She still had a solid split because she was on at that meet.
And then did Caleb swim freestyle in that?
He did. He swam freestyle, and we got 4th place, and it was so. I remember
we got 5th, right? 5th.
I thought we got 4th. We finished off the podium. No medals.
Didn't get a medal.
I remember early on making predictions about the medley, the mixed medley, and I was saying, and people were upset because I was saying that we need to lead with 2 men, and they're like, the math doesn't math. That's the slow math. You know, that doesn't add up well. And I caught a whole bunch of flack for it. And then we really, and what I thought would happen happened. And the reason why is if you've ever swum in an Olympic final in a relay, it's wavy. And once you're in the chop, you're not swimming as fast.
You're not. Tim Chang, thank you for clearing that up. It was in 2021 in Tokyo. It was Ryan Murphy, Lydia Jacoby, Tori Husk, and then Caleb Dressel. So Mel was right. I'm an idiot. But we've got relay lineups for today. So let me give you some interesting ones. France is in lane 1. They're going male, male, female, female. We've got Johan Ndoye Brouard, who's having a great meet. He split 52 for France in the prelims yesterday. We're leading off this relay. Then we get to see Leon Marchand on breaststroke, and then Marie Waddell, and then Beryl Gastadello. Great Britain's in lane 2. Kathleen Dawson, James Wilby, no Adam Peaty, Duncan Scott on butterfly, and then Anna Hopkin on freestyle. So no Adam Peaty on breaststroke and no James Guy on butterfly. So I don't love Britain's chances at medaling or repeating. They're the defending champions in this event, actually. What's up, Craig? We're just going through mixed medley relay lineups. China's going male, male, female, female. Zhu Jiayu, Qin Hai Yang, Zhang Yufei, and Yang Junxuan. The U.S. is using their common sense. They're going male, male, female, female. Murphy, Fink, Gretchen Walsh, Tori Husk. I think that's what I was lobbying for. That's what everyone else was thinking. Australia is going Kayla McEwen, Joshua Young, Matt Temple, Molly O'Callahan. So I think those are the big players in the mixed medley relay, and that'll be the last event tonight.
Craig Apple, I just want to state to the world how much I love you.
Well, there's one.
And I figured it was me, then your wife, then your lovely children.
In that order.
Yeah.
In the order of love.
It depends. You know, the kids might jump you if they need some money.
Well, thank you for being on today. Saturdays are typically kind of tough when we're trying to pull in our old Olympic champions or anybody who's young, who's been to a recent Olympic Games. Everyone's like, nah, I'm going to go to brunch. I'm going to take a swim, and I'm going to watch the Olympics on the couch and eat some popcorn.
Well, you know, I had a great time yesterday because where I live, I don't run across many of the swimming friends, and just to sit around and talk swimming for the amount of time that we did, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I had planned on just watching the stream, and, you know, like I told you earlier today, Mel, I was just going to sit at the feet of your guests and listen to them because it was so fascinating to hear what they had to say.
I thought everybody has interesting insights, and it all is on brand with their personalities. I really liked. I thought you brought a lot of insight, and I liked Maya's insight. And it's well, I think you and I both love hearing from Tom Jager, who was our captain forever on the national team, and Matt Grievers, of course, is he's so fresh off of being a star. It was a good mix.
It was a good mix. And the interesting thing is, and Mel, you can attest to this, when you do what we've done, not necessarily so much the Olympics, but just preparing for the Olympics, the NCAAs, and just the hours, the mindless hours of training in the pool, that we're all different kind of animals. But yet when we get together, and whether it was with Mr. Grievers or with Maya, we have the same experiences. So it's almost as if we connect. So that's kind of why I was going to sit in, is because it's, I guess, remnants of the past, but yet it's still so fresh because even the new guys have the same experiences.
Well, I appreciate you being here. Someone's in the comments asking if we're going to show the production. We're not going to be showing the production on this. You're going to have to pull this up on your TV. If you want to hang out with us and you're watching on the couch, you can pull this up on your computer and listen to our chats in between. But
we're reacting live to the swimming.
We're reacting live, and this is a really intense. This is going to be a great final tonight.
Yeah. That mixed medley relay, and like I said yesterday, maybe I'm alone, but I love it. It's complete chaos, and I love it because the normal races, I know where to look. I know, turns, I know splits, and all of that wonderful stuff. But the mixed medley relay is just a mixed bag. I don't know where to look. I don't know who's doing well for their individual performance, and it's moving so quickly that you really don't have that much time to keep up.
It's for me, it's another podium opportunity, and right now we're in a medal race. Katie Ledecky's won 13 medals, career medals, making her the greatest female of all time. McKeon has 12. She's racing in this. McKeon's got 12, and she's got 13 now.
She raced in the prelims of this relay.
She's got 12.
She's not racing in the final. She has 12 medals right now.
Right.
If Australia wins a medal tonight, she will get 13, but she's not racing tonight.
No, she's not racing tonight. Excuse me. No, but if they do get on the podium, that's her 13th medal, and that ties her. Now, of course, Ledecky has more gold medals, but it's still a 13.
But Ledecky could win her 14th before McKeon could win her 13th. The
800 free, which that feels like that's on lock. But also, McKeon could be on the prelim, right? What about the medley relay?
So tonight we're going to see two events with it. We're going to see the women's 800 free. If Ledecky medals in that, she'll win her 14th medal. She has 13 now.
Yep.
Then later in the session, there's the mixed medley relay. Emma McKeon currently has 12 medals. She swam the prelims of the mixed medley. So if Australia medals in that, McKeon will have 13. Then tomorrow, Emma McKeon will likely swim on the finals of the Australian women's medley relay, and they'll likely medal, and that will be medal number 14 for Emma.
Yeah, they'll tie. So we're gonna have two women coming out with career 14 medals. Yeah. Yes. All right, that matters. I think it's interesting. It's matters.
Okay, Jack Reaper 69. What channel shows the races? That would be Peacock or NBC. If you have Peacock or NBC.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So yeah. So that's in the United States, at least. If you're not in the US, I don't know. I don't know who's showing it.
That's the thing I learned yesterday was Mel telling me to go to Peacock and just click on the swimming, because I was halfway through the men's 10,000 yesterday. Mel alerted me to Peacock, and that's where I'm watching it now.
So that's what we've learned halfway through the meet, is that there's two streams you can watch swimming on Peacock. You have the main Olympic stream, and then you have the swimming specific stream. And if you want to watch some of the medal ceremonies and some of the other behind the scenes stuff of swimming, go to the swimming stream. Although yesterday, Mel, I don't know if you saw it. I never saw. There was the whole hubbub about them putting the cameras on Dressel when he was crying for like 3 minutes. I didn't see that, and I was on the swimming stream.
I watch. I'm doing it. I do it now, and then I sit with my wife, Tiffany, co-founder of SwimSwam, and we watch it old school style, NBC Prime, where they do like the anthology of 3-4 hours, and they cover all of swimming. So what happened was he had an emotional moment. He was crying, and Lindsay Mantenko, who is the managing director of the national team and a former Olympic medalist from 2004, she pulled him away and hugged him and sort of took him away from the camera. So this is just a protective move. We don't really have an unpacking of where that emotion was coming from, but we could probably surmise that there's a lot bubbling up right now.
Well, and I was actually watching it live on the NBC stream, and that's exactly what they showed. And that's kind of why I mentioned what I mentioned yesterday about how you go from preparing for a race for the Olympics to all of a sudden you're retired. So there's a lot of, like Mel said, just a lot to unpack in just a short amount of time.
I was watching on the swim stream and I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. Did you, Mel?
I did. I saw it. I watched in 3 separate places. I went back and pulled it up.
No, I know that's what I'm saying, but I don't think they showed it on the swimming stream.
On Peacock, you mean?
But there's 2 different things on Peacock. There's like the main Olympic feed, and then there's the swimming feed.
Yeah, they showed it. I saw it on the main feed. I watched 2 different feeds yesterday, so I caught it on one of them. But just as of note, Dressel's has mentioned, in our interviews with him, he's kept the door open to 2028. He hasn't closed it.
He hasn't said anything about retirement, and I think, anyone who assumes that is fairly premature. Braden tweeted out that NBC is not going to show the men's 100 fly final. I'm not so sure about that. If they don't, that would be a big miss. I'm assuming the reason they wouldn't do that is because there's not a U.S. man in the final. But I really hope that's not the case.
Braden, if you're listening,
maybe they'll show it on the swimming stream, but not the main Olympic stream.
I would just so you know that
because I'm looking at the empty pool right now.
Yeah, NBC Peacock just pulled up the lineup for tonight, and they are showing 100 fly. I'm pretty sure we're going to see it on the swimming stream, maybe not the main stream.
But I think on the swimming stream.
It makes it it's a really great tweet for Braden to tweet. if he's correct, I mean, I'd be curious if it's going to be on the mainstream.
I kind of want to pull up 2 different streams now to see the difference, to see what they show instead of. I've been watching ping pong in my off hours.
I have an update on Team USA's medal count. I've been going back in history and calculating the medal count at every Olympics, and I'm now back to 1908. And I ran out of time before I had to jump on here. And you have to go back to 1956 before Team USA won just 4 gold medals. And that was with 13 events on the schedule. And then when you get back into the 1930s, it's like not until like 1936 that we only win 2 medals, but that was only with 11 events swum. So it's we're going to crunch the data on that and unpack it after this competition's over.
Yeah, but here's what the interesting thing: the United States could completely Lezak this competition, and they could Lezak the world and end up with 10 gold medals.
True.
If they swim lights out, they could win all 3 relays that are left. They could win the men's mile, Ledecky's, the women's 800 free, and the women's 200 IM, like these feasibly, right? And that's like 6 events. So there are 6 more opportunities where the U.S. has a real chance at gold. I don't think we'll hit all of them. But
I don't either.
I think there's 4 more golds in the tank, like on deck coming for the U.S.
I was still trying
The
to get
mixed
my head
medley
around
relay
the fact
lineup.
that Jason would become a verb. Please, Zach.
He's become
Sorry,
a
go
verb.
ahead.
Bobby Fink has become a verb. That's become a thing. Oh, the Master of Ceremonies is out and knocking the I don't know what that is.
The red stick.
We
Yeah.
like from our the board chair of USA Swimming, Natalie Coughlin, the great Natalie Coughlin, with 12 Olympic medals, who up until this Olympics was tied with career medals, explained it, told it to Maya, who's on the USA Swimming board, that, you know, she explained the background. I guess it's French theater, the way they cracked the wood. I thought that was kind of cool, little piece of history.
Mm-hmm.
So Mel, you were saying, can you give me some sort of an idea? And for my money, it's the Aussies and the Americans just being, I guess, completely Americanized in who I'm rooting for. Clearly, you know, obviously, I want to see good swimming, but I'm always with the Americans. How is that medal count?
The medal count is, as we stand right now, the medal count is the worst. This is the worst performance going back to 1936 on paper, and I've gone back to 1908. I'm going back further. It gets really murky and wonky because, you know, women weren't competing in 1908, and then, you know, I keep going back, and there's going to be an obstacle course. But, you know, apples to apples, you have to go back in time to 1936, where percentage of gold medals won and percentage of medals won was not as strong. And you have to go back to, it's I have it here. We can talk about it throughout the event, but it's out tonight's schedule. But the interesting thing was that Team USA 99% of the time is the winner of an overall medal table. Let me see here. I'm just trying.
And they probably will be again.
We don't know that yet. They've got to perform here.
Well, I know. That's why I'm saying probably.
In 1956, we lost to Australia.
Oh, look at the Crusade dance.
1956, we were 2 gold, 4 silver, 5 bronze. Australia won the medal table with 8 gold, 4 silver, 2 bronze in 1956. That was with 13 events swum. Ooh, I'm seeing Josh parade out. Liendo.
Josh Liendo. I think you're way behind me. I'm
really?
seeing Milak.
Okay, I'm refreshing. I think Milak is gonna go 49 and
Maxime Crusade looks so freaking buff.
He looks like he's carved out of stone. But I think this is Milak's race, and I think he's smarting from the Marchand smack in the 200 fly, and I feel like he's swimming angry.
I couldn't agree with you more on that one, Mel.
Yeah, Liendo. I'm a Liendo fan. You know?
I am too. I really am. I thought he was going to do better in the 50.
I'm a big fan of his. I really want to see him on the podium. I think Canada's having a lights out Olympic Games. And you, Craig, and I remember the glory days of the Canadian swimming in 80, going back to the 1984 Olympics with the big stars.
Yep.
So they're on the blocks. I mean, I had predicted Liendo earlier in the meet. I think Milak is a safe bet right now. I would love to see Maxime Grousset win gold and defend his world title from last year and get another gold medal for France and get the home crowd going.
Yeah, that's true. That's something I'm not thinking about. The hometown power.
Yeah, they're going to be hearing him. Oh, it's pretty close. It is pretty close at this 50. Ooh. I think everyone might be going out a little conservative, staying with the pack and trying to make their
Milak's not in the top 3. They're out in 23-3.
Josh is looking good right now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him.
Josh rocketed off that wall.
But here comes – uh-oh.
Yeah, here comes Christoph.
Yep.
Josh is going to put his head down. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, he
Yeah,
short
now he
stroked
is,
it.
but yeah, Millock.
Oh, there.
Oh,
49.9, 49.9. I called it.
Wow. Canada 2-3. Canada 2-3. Liendo second, and Ilya Karun snuck in there for third.
Milak, smile. One day, at one international meet, he's going to touch the wall and smile.
It's not
just
really
for the
his.
It's not. It's
Oh,
really.
and
If he smiled, it wouldn't be.
49.99 for Josh Liendo.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But Milak is like if he smiled, it wouldn't be on brand, would it?
No, he smiles a lot when he's not competing.
or apparently when he's
seen
not
it.
talking to SwimSwam.
Yeah, he doesn't smile a lot then. But he smiles when he's not swimming. I think he's just a serious competitor, Mel. You wouldn't know anything about that.
Stop it.
But
Josh short stroked it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Mel.
but I
What do you think?
I mean, I don't think it would have mattered. I think.
Well, that's
I don't-
exactly
I
my
think
question.
Millock was going to win either way.
If he had not taken that extra stroke and he'd kicked in, he might have gotten past.
No way.
That was exactly my question. Milak,
No
though,
way.
looks like he needs to spend some time in an outdoor pool.
These are
He
facts.
needs to look.
These are facts.
He looks all right.
Oh, we got a half smile right there. Oh, that's good. Here we go. Show me.
He just took a bow for the crowd. I think you need to stop judging people.
I'm judging Milak right now. He is a 200 butterfly brother. We have some intimacy between us. Look at there, 49.99
for Ilya Karun for third.
Ah,
Crusade off the podium. That makes me sad.
That I felt like that heat delivered. I mean, after the 2021 Olympic final was pretty nuts. What was it? 49.45 for Dressel, 49.6 for Milak in 21.
Yeah.
That was kind of mind-boggling.
Personal best for Josh, though.
Yeah. He's like the fourth man under 49 seconds? Fourth?
Fifth.
So that's
Hmm.
Touche says we need the 50s. Yeah, we do. We need 50s.
I just knocked myself in the nose and knocked my glasses off in excitement. My nose is going. Leandro just brought out the emotion. Good for him.
All right. So
It's exciting. I've been in the background. I've been saying, Jack Spitzer on deck. I need more Leandro photographs. We have great photographs of Leandro, but we need him swimming fly in all the butterfly glory. Hope he got it. Hope he captured it tonight. If anybody doesn't know who Jack Spitzer is, he's been a photographer for a long time. He's on deck. He's doing little vlogs, and he's also does those famous things where he takes a little video of himself shooting from the sidelines, and then he clicks to the shots he's taken. And it's kind of cool media. I mean, of all those videos he's posted, he's gotten over 1 million in reach just on Instagram.
Googly Pub says, why did Millock decide to win Olympic gold in that suit? Gonna have to look back at those pics for the rest of his life.
That's pretty funny. I agree.
I feel like that suit was fine. I like white suits.
I'm with him. I'm like, as Olympic analysis, this is the kind of analysis I want to know. It's like, why are you doing this to me? After that suit, that suit looked like it looked like a training suit, didn't it? It's like chlorine faded.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Everybody remember this the training suit you'd wear that like they started off royal blue and then became white.
Became a powder blue and then just became powder.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just literally disintegrated.
I feel like that's a swimming mainstay. Like you're not a true swimmer unless you've experienced that.
Oh my God, I'm so out of it. Sarah Sjostrom went a 23.85 in the prelim.
Yeah. She, yeah.
Oh man,
Who was she beside? Was she beside Walsh or Simone this morning? She was
I
beside
don't
one
know
of the
who Sarah was
Americans.
beside.
She was beside one of the Americans, and whoever it was had a fantastic start, and Sarah just didn't care. I mean, she
I'm
got him
guessing
and
it was
just went
Gretchen
right
then?
by him.
it had to be Gretchen. It was Gretchen. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Gretchen is massive, meaning tall.
Yes.
Just when I remember the first time I saw her in person, I was like, "Wow, this is a
All right,
power
what's coming
forward
out next?
basketball."
I don't know if you've ever seen power forwards.
In women, I guess maybe it's at 6'1", 6'2". Would she wouldn't? Yeah, she might be NC2A
Yeah, but
championships.
Gretchen's very lean. Power forwards in basketball have
Or not?
a little more muscle to push people around.
All right,
Well,
so
I'm
this
gonna
is the
I'm gonna
women's
flip that on
50.
you and say that Gretchen is powerful, despite the leanness.
Well, that's fine. I just don't think she looks like a power forward. She is powerful. We've seen it.
Well, then I will say that President Macron was on the stream yesterday, and you didn't know.
I didn't even know who that was.
I know you didn't know who that was. It's like I was off the stream, and I was like, Coleman's not going to know who that is because that's politics, and Coleman is very swim focused at SwimSwam.
I've got one lens only. It's chlorine.
Who has the swimming stats in front of them? Craig,
I
you
do.
have the swimming
Yeah.
stats? When did did Sarah break that world record?
Oh, let me scroll down.
Last year.
All-time performances.
Well,
yeah, 2023.
It's last year.
She did that last year? Why did I
Yeah.
think she did that long ago?
I did.
Well, she's broken it several times in the last decade.
I'll tell you what. She's a beast. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. Although I will say I was very impressed with, is it Wasak? Wasiak,
Yeah,
the Polish lady?
Kasia Wasik. Yeah.
Yeah, she looked good this morning.
Kasia is one of my favorite swimmers who still swims. She's incredibly nice. She's very friendly. She's very personable, but also she's my favorite story. This is her 4th or 5th Olympics. She retired after 2016, I think. And she had a great NCAA career. She swam at USC. She was an NCAA All-American, NCAA champion. And then retired from swimming, moved to Las Vegas with her husband because that's where his career was. And then she was swimming. She took some time out of the water. She was swimming masters for a little bit. And then she was like, you know what, I'll try swimming again. And she started training at UNLV. And then she won a world's medal. And then she started medaling on international podiums, which is something she had never done before in her career. And now she's, very poised to win an Olympic medal. So really cool story.
I think she's going to be on the podium for sure. It's just a matter of which step. Just based on the 2 races that I've seen. Now it's a 50, so anything can happen.
That's right.
I was with you on that, Coleman, until you said SC. Being a UCLA, I'm not so sure. Not so sure.
Wow.
But God, what a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
been on a roll.
Just out of curiosity, can you guys hear my dog or not?
No. I saw you. We're dog friendly. We don't care. We like dogs. So in between these 53, just out of curiosity, while we're in between these semis, where do you keep your Olympic medal?
My high school.
Oh, good for you. That's nice.
I gave it away to a museum, and the funding dried up for the museum when COVID hit because nobody was going to it. So they closed the museum, and I don't need to see it. So it's sitting in my high school, in a trophy case at my high school.
All right, that's nice. Good for you to share that with your high school. I wish probably more Olympians should do that.
I mean, it's a memory, and I have one medal and 2 kids, so it was just the simplest way to get rid of it.
It does. Sorry, they do collect
That's
dust
awesome.
in the stock drawer.
Yeah. I mean, just sitting at the bottom of the t-shirt drawer, because if anybody ever comes into the house, that's probably one of the things they're going to take. So just get it out.
Yeah.
Here's a good question from the comments. Andres asks, has anyone found out why Caleb did the mixed prelims yesterday instead of Heilman or Casas? So Caleb's not on the relay tonight. And my brother's theory was that they were trying to get as many medley swimmers a medal for the mixed medley relay as possible. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but boy, the problem that I have with that is how many events Caleb swam on that day, and I think that really took a ton out of him for the fly.
I think looking back, it was kind of a blunder. But that's why.
Yeah,
I think that's the reason.
I can certainly understand it. I don't know the reason.
Craig and I are on a lot of national teams, and sometimes in terms of how smoothly things run and decisions being made, that we've noticed bumps and we've experienced moments where it went really well.
Yeah, well, I don't know how they're doing it now, but at least back in the day, there were too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, exactly. That could be a big problem.
And so when you're trying to decide who gets on a relay, and just because they make an Olympic team in one event, like myself, I can talk specifically that even though I swam in the 200, for the 4 years I was on the national team, I was top 10 in the 100 fly, globally. And so there are a lot of people on that team that even though you see them, they're in this event, they can swim any number of events and hold their own. So especially with medals being dealt out in prelims these days, I'm sure there's a ton of lobbying, because with medals comes money. So it's not just the type of situation where you take it, I take it. Now it's almost a livelihood type of situation.
And that's if you were going to put Heilman or Casas on the prelims of the mixed medley, knowing that there wouldn't be a man in the finals, wouldn't it go to Caleb first, and he could either say yes or no? I mean, he probably thought he could handle that event load.
Yeah,
yes, probably thought he could handle that many swims. And if we're being honest, if you can't get up and race that many times, something's a little off. You should be able to maintain through. You're trained, you're prepared for that. Although in Caleb's defense, he's been on a long trajectory to get back, and he just got back.
Yeah,
he just got back to some semblance of his former self. I think if you'd asked anybody a year ago, they'd been like, I don't know if he's going to make the Olympic team.
I think even had that question to myself.
I think even before trials, we were like, we don't really know how this is going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of relief.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I don't have a problem with the coaches giving him that spot and having him swim prelims. He earned that spot. He earned that medal. Touche's saying they should have given it to Heilman. I disagree.
I'm not so sure about that, for the simple fact of or 50. Look at the start by Walsh. Now just watch Sarah. It's like,
Wow, that second 25, dangerous.
Yeah, she did that this morning too.
That was Tom Jager would always say. He goes, "No, I build my 50." He goes, "You always build your speed through the 50." Yeah. I didn't see the time. When did she go?
I haven't seen one pop up yet.
Are you on live results, Coleman?
20
23.66.
Yeah, Olympic record.
Whoa! Oh man, she looks controlled too.
Yeah,
That looks like a world record tomorrow.
yeah.
24.71. That's that's good for Walsh.
24.17.
That was the exact
24.17,
race I watched this morning, though. It was Walsh had a fantastic start. Walsh is up by, quarter body length, and then Sarah just says, "So what?" It's like,
now everybody knows I'm dyslexic.
Are you?
I am. Yeah,
Oh.
I have problems. I flip flop words and flip flop numbers and flip flop entire problems.
So just as a clarification, 24.40 is the tie for 7th. So that's the time that qualified for the final. There are 2 Chinese swimmers, 2 Australian swimmers. Gretchen Walsh, Kasha, and Sjostrom are the top 3 seeds.
Look how far front she is in a 50.
I haven't studied her ink, Coleman. Have you?
Yeah, so her Olympic rings are on her forearm, and I think there's some sort of Swedish flag as well in that, and I think there might be some kind of a floral design as well. But it's cool. I mean, she won the 100 at this meet, and like that just told me she's unstoppable. She's going to have a good week, and she's going to crush everyone in the 50.
Yeah. She was out far enough where she could tell she was out far enough. Now, what I noticed this morning, and I didn't watch it just now, but I went back and watched it this morning. She's not breathing in that race. I don't know if she did that this time.
No, I don't think she has for a long time.
Yeah, she won that by half a second.
This is one of my favorite finals. I'm so excited for the women's 200 individual medley.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's anybody want to venture a prediction?
Oh,
this is the time. This is commenters. Let us know who's winning the women's 200 IM. I mean, I think this is the best race of the meet in terms of star power clashing. Like you have 4 women who are all-time greats, who like any of the 4 really have viable options to win. 3 of them have already won individual titles at this meet.
The sad fact is somebody's going to be off the podium.
Exactly.
No, they're astounding talents. They should all be on the podium. I am so biased.
Unless they tie.
I'm so biased.
Yeah, anyone going to call a tie?
So no, exactly. I'm so biased. I want to see Alex Walsh win, but I feel like Summer's going to win this thing.
She looked good in prelims. Last time I saw her, she looked smooth.
I mean I'd say Alex, Kate, and Summer all looked really good in semis. Mm-hmm. Kaylee was coming off of the 200 back and did not look so good, but she squeaked her way into the final. So she's going to be way outside. And then you have the other 3 in the middle, which I think will be kind of interesting. You won't have all 4 of them right in the middle of the pool.
Yeah, if she gets aggressive, they're not going to see her.
No.
Yeah, it's true. And I mean, dude, Kaylee is like keep her head on her shoulders, consistent, finishes her races strong every single time,
Yeah.
I would love to see it. Go ahead.
I remember being in my first Olympics and getting 5th in 200 fly. And I remember trying to keep my eye on the center of the pool. I think it was in lane 6. And there was a little bit of water in the goggles and it was blurry and I'm seeing the bodies and I'm trying to see where I'm at. And I remember the sense of struggle. And, and then if you've ever,
which leads to panic.
Yeah, it's a sense of panic. Also, there's, if you're ever you're ever in lane 4 or 5, and I've been in that situation at world champs and at nationals, and someone in lane 1 or lane 8 is taking off, the sense of panic there, and that blurry figure out there, it's like a ghost. It's this phantom that you're chasing, and yes, it is panic. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong?
Well, and then too, you really just don't have time to look and study them. So it's like, did I really see what I thought I saw?
It's the perspective, though, in the water.
Yeah.
Water awareness.
The times come and go for me. So I really don't get much into times. But I'll tell you, I love racing. And I think this is going to be just a bare knuckle brawl.
I think one of the most interesting parts about it is that they all have a different quote unquote weak stroke.
Yeah.
I think Kaylee is the weakest in butterfly. Kate Douglas is the weakest in backstroke. Summer is the weakest in breaststroke, and Alex is the weakest in freestyle compared to the other 3 women. So it's like they all have such different race strategies. They all have such different strengths. Yeah, it's going to be really good.
It's so are we venturing any guesses? What's it going to take to win this race? I'm saying 2:06. We got that 2:06.4. It's going to be an Olympic record. It won't be a world record. It'll be an Olympic record. 2:06.4 wins.
Yeah, it's going to be in.
I'm calling 2:06.8.
Somehow or another, I just lost my time.
Let me jump over
Seeing
here.
Ilya Karun get his 2nd bronze medal, and he's very excited.
Wait, I'm not even looking at launch. The medal ceremony.
Yeah, it's fly.
Got to see Milak. Well, Milak's going to smile this time.
Ilya is pumped. You can see how giddy he is.
Why is this breaststroker?
I like. Oh, that's who that is. What's his name?
Daniel.
Gierta.
Yeah, right. So if you couldn't get Pablo Morales, what's up, guys?
Pablo doesn't do much.
Right? Pablo shows up at trials.
And Pablo coaches.
Yeah, I know. He coaches close to me, and I've called him a couple of times, stopped by to see him, but he's just such a mellow gentleman that I don't know. He just kind of lays low. I'm not sure if he doesn't like the spotlight or what, but you won't find. I frequently said it with Pablo. As good of a swimmer as he is, he's a better person.
Yeah,
he's one of the best people I ever met in the sport.
He's super chill. He's a homebody, but it's yes, he's a very gentle spirit that will crush you in the 100-meter butterfly if you were swimming him in the 80s or early 90s.
Yeah, that was my introduction to NCAAs my freshman year. I went in side by side with Pablo in the 4x1.
Oh, let's see here. Milak, give me a smile. That's a Milak smile. That's, ladies and gentlemen, that's a Milak smile. It's sort of a.
Oh.
You know what that smile is? I go 150 in the 200 butterfly, and no one will go 150 in the 200 fly ever again.
You don't think so?
I don't know. This is what I think. I think Marchand is going to be like, I think Marchand does some different events since he's been so dominant in all of these. He just moves his schedule around a little bit.
Yeah. Guess we'll see.
It just doesn't look like he's trying.
Coleman and I are back in HQ in Austin, Texas with Bob Bowman. Milak's coming back here. It'll be interesting to see. Leon Marchand is going to be coming back here, right?
Milak doesn't train here.
Stop it. Milak should be training.
Leon's not coming back here for a while.
I've got an Olympic-sized pool over here in my neighborhood, Milak, and you should come down and swim. We'll show you some pointers. I'll show you how to breathe to the side. We'll get you down to 149.
Leon's staying in France for a while.
I would too, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I would stay in France for a while. I would stay in France. I would go to the swankiest hotel and say, hey, maybe comp me for about 3 months with room service in a room so I can just chill here in city center and soak it up.
I don't think Leon would have to say that. I just think they'd see him and they'd do it.
Actually, that's wrong. I would talk to Macron, the president, and say, I would like, you know what I would like? You know, I'm the French hero. I would like to stay at Versailles. Could I stay at Versailles for a while?
Sounds pretty cool. That'd be nice. I wonder where Leon's from. I don't know.
Hey Mel, what's the Aussie US medal count?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
I have it in front of me. Australia has 7 gold. The United States has 4 gold. Australia has 5 silver. The United States has 11 silver. Australia has 1 bronze.
Wait, a smile.
Oh, the United States has 6 bronze. Total medal count: Team USA 21, Australia 13. But we measure it. You know, we always put the nation with the most gold medals. We always put them first on swim.
Right. It's kind of like 3 points for a soccer win, 1 for a tie.
Well, I mean, it's just, you know, it's wins matter.
Yeah.
And so yes, Australia 7, the United States 4.
My daughter works with a bunch of Aussies, and she's been my designated smack talker during this run up and during the Olympics.
So we're going to finish this session. Potentially, we could win 3. My guess is we know we're going to win 1. I don't see Ledecky losing the 800.
No. Why doesn't Titmus swim that?
She does. She does.
I'm sorry, the mile.
The mile. No, she's
because she wants to save her speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that just kind of her cutoff point?
I think so. Yeah, I think she's in that range of 200, 400. She trains for the 400 and then goes up to the 8 and down to the 2.
Doing 2 1,500-meter freestyles inside of a week with all your other events, it's too much. It's too much if you with that kind of speed.
Yeah, I mean, she's the world record holder in the 200 free. Like, I wouldn't want to do the mile. I don't know.
Well, few people want to do the mile regardless of whether you're the world record holder or not, but yeah, I actually rather enjoyed it. I love watching the mile. I think there's a ton of strategy in it. And,
I think Katie enjoys it too.
Well, yeah, if you haven't lost an event in 14 years, why wouldn't you?
I've enjoyed the men's Olympic mile. The men's 1,500-meter free at the Olympic Games has always been. I love that. I love that race. I like watching it on deck. Because the sense of, like, you know, you really get a sense of how fast they're going, and you don't on television, which is pretty mind-boggling.
You know, I'll add to that too, because one of the things that really struck me when I actually entered college and the guys I started training with is you get even a more sense of how fast they're going when you are the one underwater. Because if you're underwater watching it, and I'm not talking racing, I'm talking literally underwater. Now and again when I was training with Tom, I duck underwater and just watch him go, and it's a different perspective than even when you're on deck, how fast they actually move.
So are you friends with Robin Leamy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my understanding was that Leamy was the fastest in the world before the 50-meter free, was actually on the FINA schedule, World Aquatic schedule, and could be you get a world record. He was the fastest human on Earth. He swam at UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
And my understanding is that Leamy could do nothing and then show up at the alumni meet until he was 40 years old and still win the 50 every time and go almost as fast as the collegiate guys.
Absolutely.
No. That's
Absolutely.
true. I hear. It's like that's everyone's like, you see how fast Leamy is? Leamy's so
Yeah. He did that my freshman year. It was him and Tom.
gold medalist in the 4x1 from 1984, but really was a 50 man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He did that my freshman year at the alumni meet. It was him and Tom.
Would they go
And I was
19?
like, I don't remember. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, the brag was that they could crack 20 seconds in an alumni meet.
That's pretty stout.
For an old guy, yeah, it's really stout.
Stout.
Now Leamy's just a big fat cat making all that fat cash. In the end, it was he's commercial real estate, and he's a trustee. He's a trustee at UCLA.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he is. He is a high net worth individual doing quite well for himself, and very happy for him.
I just know Robin is Robin. I mean, a lot of these guys, I have no idea what they actually do.
I like Robin because if you email or call him, he responds. Like,
did you email him to come on the watch party today?
I didn't. I should have. That was a mistake. I wasn't thinking of it until I was talking to Craig because they're teammates. Could have brought Robin on here, and Robin Lee could be like, Craig, you were slow, man.
Yeah.
You couldn't sprint.
No, I couldn't. I have no idea how they do it.
Here we go. Kate.
You know, I almost sent Susan Rapp a message. See what she was doing.
Susan, if you're out there and want to join, we're here.
Susan, we got that. I just remember her having an aggressive breaststroke.
Yep.
Right.
You know, she was our aerial medal, and then she made the trials in what, 2000, 2008?
Yeah. I never
she wanted that. Yeah, but just to make go from retiring in the 80s, she was on the 84 team, and then she made the trials in 2008.
I mean, that's
made the cut time and swam. That's
really impressive.
I'm like, did you not get enough abuse and pain when you did this? Why do you need more of that? I don't understand.
I mean, that's what Gabby Rose is doing now.
I respect it. I respect it. Yeah, no, you respect it, but you're like, why?
Yeah, I don't get it.
It hurts so bad. It hurts. It hurts. I just want to warm up.
Andres is asking in the comments, are y'all thinking it'll take a world record in the women's 800 free or men's mile? No.
No,
I do not.
Not in this pool.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, not in this pool.
No, that's not happening.
Not in this pool. Have we seen 2 world records, or was it just the one? It was just the one. We've only seen one in the men's 100 freestyle. Someone in the comments said that was number 2, but I think they were referring to Sarah Sjostrom tomorrow in the 50 free final.
Right. I could see one here just for the simple fact that you have this loaded field and they're going to push each other. I think it would be. I think it's a small possibility, but I could see it just based on the competitors. But I think the next time you're going to see one is either the women's 50, and I have a lot of confidence you're going to see one in the women's 50 after what I watched, or the mixed relay.
Because it's so fresh and new.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
I didn't realize there was 2 Americans, 2 Canadians, and 2 Australians in this final. Only 5 countries represented. No more world records on the relays. Yeah, maybe. Jenna asks. Maybe the mixed. But all right, commenters, who's winning this? Who's winning this race?
I'm going Summer.
I am.
I'd love to see the Americans pull it off, but from what I saw from Summer, she looks
I'm going
smooth.
Kate. I'm going with KD. I would like for Alex to win, but I'm going with Douglas.
Because she's on your fantasy team.
Because she's on my fantasy team.
That's not a reason, but because she's on your fantasy team. I would like.
She already.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I want to see Alex win because I'd like to see Alex win. because Kate's got a gold medal, I'd like to see Alex. You know, and Alex
They've
has
all
been
got
on
a
the
gold
podium
medal.
before, but not gold. But I do think it's Summers. I think Summers winning this in an Olympic record time.
Yeah.
A world record.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, my heart's with the Americans, both of them.
Right.
I hope they go 1-2, and I hope they crush the field. But
Tim Chang says Coleman Hodges for the win.
Exactly, Tim. Suck up.
Boom.
I'd actually pay good money.
Alex 206.8 to win. Huh. That would I wouldn't be mad at that.
Nuh-uh. JL says gold Summer, silver Kate, bronze Alex. Tim Chang also says Kevin Durant for the win.
This is we're J8. You're getting tired, man. You're getting tired.
The one that kind of scares me, though, sorry to interrupt, but the one that kind of scares me in this is Kaylee, because she really hasn't had to push it because she's done so many other races that were on top of, the swims getting ready for this one. So I could see Kaylee.
Mm-hmm.
I always wonder when we get into day 7, 8, 9, you're so fried. You're so exhausted. It's like putting up a fast swim seems like, this is the rare athlete that can do it here. And Alex Walsh is fresh.
On the blocks. That's true. The advantage of being Alex Walsh right now.
Alex is fresh and ready to go. And
she has not had one single race aside from prelims and semis of this event. Oh, Kaylee's out quick.
That is very true, Mel. Because
if she gets out fast, we're not going to see her. Nope, she's not. That was the angle of the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kate, Summer, Alex are all right there.
They're out 26-7-3. Who touched first? Summer?
I don't know. I think Summer, but it didn't really say. Ooh, Kate with a good underwater.
So, yeah, Kate and Alex are going to crush breaststroke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kaylee is kind of coming back on him now. Summer needs to get her rear in gear on this leg as well.
Ooh, I don't know. Summer, from what I'm looking at,
she is.
She just did it. 58.6 of the 100.
Oh, I think Summer just threw down there.
Oh, but then she just got caught on the pullout. I mean, Kaylee
Alex is going to crush this 50 breast. Ooh, that world record line. She's going to catch that world record line.
Alex is coming. Kate is slowly moving up on the breaststroke.
We need to walk.
Summer's holding her own.
Wow. Alex is on the cover of SwimSwam magazine. We need somebody who's on the cover in gold to win a gold.
Autograph
I think it's Summer. Alex has not gotten enough separation.
No.
Yeah, she's only half a second ahead of Summer.
It's going to be Walsh. Walsh has got this. Walsh is in control.
Come on, Alex. Come on, hold her off.
Walsh is in control. Here comes Summer. But Walsh is breathing away from her.
Here comes Kate.
I think you're right, Mel.
On the other side.
Come on, Alex.
Oh my God, Alex is just going to need to
hang on. Come on, Alex. Hang on. Oh, come on, Alex.
Oh,
no, she's not going to hang on.
No.
Oh no. But it looks like it's going to be Team USA
2-3
silver bronze.
Yeah, 2-3 once again. Olympic record 206.5 for Summer.
I called it.
Oh,
I called it Olympic
not
record.
Really, you said
I was 1/10 off. I said 206.
You said
206.4. I said 206.4. I said 206.4. Okay. She's 1/10 off my prediction. My predictions are almost always spot on.
Let's get the receipts on that one. Kate Douglas, silver. Alex Walsh, bronze. That duo also won silver and bronze in the flip order in Tokyo in this event.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool. Alex, hey, you know what? Wow, that's cool. UVA getting silver, bronze. I'm not mad at that.
Alex Walsh went 207.06 and got third. That I think 208.5 won this in Tokyo or something. Yeah. That's crazy.
God, I thought Alex had this thing. I think if Alex had been breathing in the other direction, if he'd been on the other side of her, I think Alex might have gotten it.
I don't know. She faded pretty hard while she was looking. looking right.
I mean,
too, so
again, that like Alex is the weakest in freestyle compared to those other three women.
yeah,
I think her endurance is not as strong as the others, especially in a long course 50 freestyle at the end of a 200.
I'll tell you what, Summer's backstroke leg won that though.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think you're right. She had a great backstroke leg, and that gave her the cushion she needed. Wait, someone just said Alex got DQ'd. What?
What?
Is that true?
Oh no.
No. Yep, Americans lose DQ.
Oh no. Oh my God. Oh, that hurts. Where is she going to turn
on the backstroke turn?
Oh, that.
Are
you seeing the replay?
Yeah, she crossed parallel.
She crossed parallel. Oh my God! Look at her! Look at her!
Yeah,
that's heart crushing, man. It's the wash. Ooh, wow! McEwen picks up a medal.
So Kaylee's bronze.
Oh my goodness! This is tough. There are a lot of people out there seeing Team USA getting beaten up there, enjoying this. But man, I'm telling you, as somebody who loves Team USA, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
So let's see here. We got more. Let me add to the medal count on our. I'm going back to my medal count. We are what? Team USA has now won 12 silver
really
medals.
Affect the gold medal count.
No, so we are. Let's see here. So Team USA with 12 silver. Team USA will never have to go to the dentist again because they got so much silver in the back pocket. Ooh, that was rough.
Summer has 3 golds and a silver. That's a pretty dang good performance.
Yeah.
For an Olympic Games.
Yeah,
yeesh.
That's right. Let me go back to the medal count for Canada.
Jenna Chan has made multiple comments about the breaststroke leg of the women's medley relay. She wanted Kate, now she wants Alex on the finals. It's gonna be Lily. I mean, that's like there's no reason not to put Lily King on there. She got 4th by 100th of a second.
I don't think you can take Lily off of it because Ray Lewis didn't get on the coaching staff and with this point score from trials, probably should have gotten on the coaching staff. So to not put him on the coaching staff and then to take Lily off the relay, that just to me politically, it's like it's a little bit rough.
Yeah, there's no reason to take Lily off the relay. And Kate and Alex have significantly less experience swimming 100 breast on a relay. Yeah. Right. And Lily has never not performed in that role. So, sorry, Jenna. I just don't see it.
Would give you guys a lot to talk about.
I would like Alex to be on that rail.
Oh man,
I'm a big Lydia Jacoby fan. I want more Jacoby.
Well,
she's not on the team. So.
I know, but I love Lydia. I love her family.
I love the story.
Our Alaskan star who chose to live in Austin. That now they're just rubbing it in. I don't need to watch this over and over and over.
Are they rubbing it in or are they explaining it?
They're explaining it. They're explaining it.
What's the difference?
Let's make people understand how much pain you should feel. Alex is such a great human being and such a great ambassador for the sport, such a huge collegiate star. That's God. I'm not going to lie to you. That kind of puts a shadow over my day.
Yeah, it's a bummer for sure. Alex missing a medal here is not ideal.
You know, this is something that needs to be said, which is we have Team USA we typically we've come in feeling a little bit insecure and feeling a little bit weak, but at the same time it seems like we've always pulled out on balance, had a better Olympics than we thought we would, and this time it seems like we have We've caught in a lot of bad breaks, and we've had
Yeah.
a lot of near misses. And you got to take that into context. We have a lot of silver medals, and a lot of silver medals it shows that you're in the hunt.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the context Maya added the other day from the Rio Olympics win, which was one of Team USA's best performances in the pool in history.
16 gold, yeah.
And she was like, we could do no wrong at that meet, and there was a lot of luck involved. Like, obviously, we're training, we're prepared, but like things were just going our way at that meet. I mean, she won a gold medal over the Iron Lady Katinka Hosu by 6/100ths. Like that. I think in the end, there's some luck involved there, and I think there were several moments in Rio that were like that.
What's interesting is when we knew she was going to retire, and it's like she had enough awareness to know that she had a moment, and she had a moment. She was obviously well educated, smart, was ready to start her career in her life, but she knew to exit the stage. It's like that was a big flex.
Yeah, it was. It really was. We had an interesting question earlier about the men's 400 medley relay lineup tomorrow. Do you think they're going with Hunter Armstrong on freestyle? And the only reason I think they might is because Jack Alexey swam prelims of the 400 medley relay this morning.
Interesting. Huh.
So, and he's been the best 100 freestyler for Team USA here. Yeah, I'm like, well, they're not. I don't think they'll put Chris Giuliano on. So maybe they're going with Hunter for freestyle.
Why?
Which
you think they think Hunter's going to be faster than Jack? I mean, they'd have to at the final. You're going to put whoever's the fastest.
So Hunter split 46.7 at the beginning of the meet on the 400 free relay.
Yeah.
I
thought my math was wrong when I did that the first time.
Right. But they swam Jack Alexey in prelims, and that's, Team USA typically switches all four legs from prelims to finals.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be the theory.
Our traffic just spiked so high. I got a 503. It looked like we went down for a second.
Yeah. Today. Dash McLean says, wonder if Alex would have been DQ'd if she would have won. Probably. If a French swimmer would have won, maybe not. But I mean, if you look at that turn, she's past vertical on the back to breast, and it hurts to say it, but yeah, that's
Well, we got here.
When was the last time somebody was DQ'd in a race, an American? I mean, I've seen a couple here on flutter kicks during butterfly, but trying to think the last time. You guys keep that stat?
I can remember Lily King getting DQ'd in the two breast at Worlds. I think sometime it was either 2019 or 22. Kaylee McEwen got DQ'd for the same thing in this race last year at World Champs. I mean, it certainly happens. Not too frequently on the world stage, though.
That's riveting. I got to take a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
You could have just said you needed a break, Mel.
He'll be back. Well, I think we've got kind of a while now before the 800 freestyle, before Ledecky time. 28. Oh, no, it's only like 5 minutes. Hopefully.
Francesco, I'm reading your question when you're talking about how infamous is today for USA swimming. And Could you flush that out for me a little bit as far as what specifically you're wondering?
Yeah, I would
I mean,
like a
as long
little
as we have the
clarification.
time, let's see what questions we have.
Yeah. Jenna's saying, I remember the hate on Cody Dolphin Kick Miller. Yeah, I mean, breaststroke, I feel like can get really weird really quickly because of the rules of it and the technique that ensues because of the rules, and how your kick can go up but you can't go down because then it's a dolphin kick. And
I've been around this sport 50 years and I've never understood breaststrokers, so I'm not the wrong guy to talk to about breaststroke.
Tim Chang says, if Ledecky loses and the USA relay loses, USA is cursed. I would agree with that.
Is there anybody close to Katie? I don't think so.
On paper,
I mean,
no.
Is Paige the other 800 freestyler? Because whoever the other 800,
yes.
She looks strong in prelims. Our other 800 freestyler.
Paige is having a great year. I think she's gone more best times this year than she has in the last 3 or 4 years in long course. She went best times in season, best times at trials. She's gone best times here. And coincidentally, she's training with Bob Bowman this year. So, but
that man has found the secret sauce.
He really has. Yeah. So Ledecky's flanked by Paige Madden and Aaron Titmus. And I think if anyone's going to give Katie a race, it's going to be those two, specifically Titmus.
I don't, well, I wasn't really watching to see what events were done the same day as the 800 prelims, but, Titmus faded the last, I want to say 200, 300. So that's where Paige caught her and passed her, and Paige just looked strong. And I don't know if Titmus was just shutting it down knowing she was in or what, but at least based on what I saw, I think if Katie's going to get beaten, she's going to get beaten by Paige. That's where my money goes.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch prelims, but I know Titmus has been saying in the lead up to this meet, she wants to give Katie a run in this race. She doesn't feel like she's had the 800 that her training, that her training is reflected. I don't think I'm wording that correctly, but I'm high on Titmus. She's also on my fantasy team. So,
well, at least it's full disclosure when you're telling us who you think is going to win.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Katie's going to win, but I have to believe that Titmus has a fight. And how cool would it be to see a competitive women's 800 freestyle? Because we haven't seen that in over 12 years.
Well, for anybody that's not named Ledecky, I think it would be cool because, like I said, I like races. But,
yeah,
for Katie and her family, probably not so much.
I mean,
Jenna, I haven't seen anybody make a decision as far as retired or not. I mean, I'm sure there are some people, but the problem that you have, even if they say if they're coming back or if they're retiring, either way, is that there is so much just pure raw emotion that happens in this meet that I wouldn't put too much money in anything they say, whether they say they're coming back or whether they say they're not. Especially when it comes to the Americans, because the next Olympics is on home soil, and that's just a whole different animal. Everybody's going to want to be part of that.
Yeah. I think you're going to see lots of American swimmers try to be at their best this quad.
Yeah.
That is for sure. A lot of college swimmers who finish their careers in the next 4 years are going to stick around.
Yep.
I think the year of, we'll probably see quite a few Olympic red shirts like we saw this year. Take a break from college and really focus in on those Olympics. Mel Stewart has gone on record saying he'll come out of retirement to compete for a spot on the 2028 LA Olympic roster.
Side stroke.
So, there's Team Titmus.
I gotta step out and get something to drink before this thing starts.
That's code for bathroom break. I didn't.
No, I'm actually getting something to drink.
I took a meeting with Braden.
Was it good? Was it bad? Did he yell at you?
He said he needed more social media posts.
He needs more cowbell.
He needs more cowbell on social media. That's what he's saying. Yeah. Okay.
Need more cowbell.
Where are we going here?
Cowbell. How loud are the cowbells? Is anyone in Paris in the comments section? Has anyone heard the cowbells? Mel Stewart has a 6-pack. He will make LA 2028.
That's all you
Jenna,
need.
you just made Mel's day.
The shadow that I was referring to earlier with Alex Walsh DQ, it's all gone now. Life is good. Life is good again. What do we think? Have we talked about Ledecky and what you think what she's going to go here in the 800?
809.
You think so? I think she'll get she doesn't need to.
I think she does because I think Titmus is going 810.
That's true. Titmus, yeah, that's right. This is going to be a fight. This could be very interesting. I don't know why I forget about Titmus in the 800. It's like, yeah, Titmus is dangerous.
I did earlier.
She's dangerous. You've also got the other Australian, Lonnie Pallister, who had COVID, scratched the mile, then had a great split for Australia's winning 4x2 free relay, and now she's in this 800 final too. So we'll see how things go. The Aussies are out, and so is Ledecky.
And Paige is surfing that wave.
Paige is just cruising. But
she's going to be, so Ledecky's going to get aggressive on the front end, and then she's going to settle into her pace. I guess we're going to see how much Titmus is going to push her.
Yeah. I think this is like a great middle ground for these two right now. And again, I give the edge to Ledecky, but I hope Titmus is kind of able to spar with her for a little bit.
And it should be noted, even though she's not swimming this event, Summer McIntosh won an 8:11 in season in the 800-meter free.
And she opted not to swim it here, in part to focus on the 200 IM. Ooh! Titmus is right with Ledecky. Love it. By the way, at the 100, they were out and under world record pace. I do not think they're going to go a world record.
No.
That world record is so fast. But Titmus is hanging.
Yeah, the problem I have is look at Titmus' legs versus Katie's. Titmus is using a lot more energy right now with that kick than Katie is. Katie's legs are just kind of dragging. Now, maybe Titmus has the lung capacity to keep that up, but I don't see that persisting.
Was it Matt Biondi who was commenting on Katie's technique the other day and said her she's only kicking with one leg, her right leg, just hung on to get a gold medal for free.
She's rotating. She's rotating as her body rotates. That one leg just goes like this. That's what's happening. That's the style. That's what she's doing.
It's a rudder,
and that just keeps her balanced.
Yep. Wow. At 250 meters, she's above world record
229.
pace. She's 0.3 under world record pace. And Titmus is right there, just 0.3 behind her.
The thing is, I mean, Katie is used to swimming alone, always.
Yeah.
She's swum this so many times in so many, worlds and Olympics and Pan Pacific Championships where she's just by herself.
Mm-hmm.
And now we see how impressive her world record was as it moves away from her. But you're
The
right.
world record is 8:04, by the way.
Yeah.
For everyone listening, is set in Rio by Katie Ledecky, and it's, I think, one of the fastest world records on the books.
That's going to be a Mary T thing. I'm sorry.
And there it goes.
That record's that's going to be a Mary T record.
My
They'll
personal
get there eventually, but
yeah, I mean, my preference is I think they should show the world record line, no matter how slowly they are or how far they are off it.
I always want to see it.
I always kind of would like to have just like their initials, in the corner of the line.
Yeah.
It's like we know who it is.
I own
this person
this.
set the world record. Like Lochtey's Rec 200 IM record would be there. It's like Marshawn won, but Lochte swam faster.
I would really like.
So Alex, they're coming up. Alex Carter said she can't see the feed, so they're coming up halfway right now. Katie's winning. She looks like Katie. Titmus is pushing her. She's about half body length behind, and then everybody else.
I mean,
Titmus, yeah.
Katie flipped at 4:03.2, and Titmus is 0.3 behind her. She's in striking distance for sure.
She is.
And yeah, it's that striking distance. She's
bringing it to her.
Race.
Yeah. Lonnie Pallister of Australia was out in front of the pack for third, but now there's three women who just flipped together.
It's a 4-horse race for third.
Yeah, and the fourth is right behind it. But Paige looks solid. It's Simona Quadarella, Paige Madden, Lonnie Pallister, and who's out there? Isabel Goss, I believe that is, of Germany.
Now we are
all fighting for third.
As we're in the, just crossed the halfway point. In the medal count, Australia has 7 gold. Team USA has 4 gold. So this is either going to be Team USA 5 gold, Australia 7, or it's going to be Australia 8 gold. Team USA remains at 4. This is going to be interesting. This is what's on the line,
just
Katie.
Hanging around. She is just hanging there. So the thing is, so I like what you said, Craig, that Titmus is using a lot more energy. The thing is, if she can hang with Katie to like the 700, she has other gears that she can go to, right? Whereas Katie, I don't think has those as much.
I love this angle.
If she can just keep lingering, that's when she's really dangerous. And that's how she took down Katie Ledecky in the 400 free for the first time in 2019. But now,
but I think Katie just got serious.
Yeah.
I think Katie just got serious, and this is the same that I saw in prelims, because here comes Paige.
So 200 meters to go. Ledecky is now pulling way ahead. She's now full body length.
Now full body length, and here comes Paige. All of a sudden, I think this could be one too. I think Paige is on the hunt.
She's about to pass Titmus.
Yes.
And it all happened in just 50 meters.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so insecure about Team USA's medal count. I was just like, Titmus is going to snake her, and they were going to get you there, and Australia's going to get another gold medal. But this Ledecky has dropped the hammer.
Yeah.
Ledecky really dropped the hammer. I mean, that was.
I truly think Katie looked at this 800 and said, "You know what? Stay in the shallow end, folks. This is my race."
I feel like that all just happened within 100 meters.
Yeah, it started happening around the 400. You saw Katie get serious. Katie just started putting it into another gear. It's almost like and then the gear just caught up.
Mm-hmm. So Titmus is fighting back now. I think she's
Titmus
about even with Paige, maybe a little bit ahead. Yeah.
I think this is going to be 1-2 Americans.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Come on, Paige.
It's down to the final 50 for Paige and Titmus, but Ledecky has a commanding lead now. I hate this angle.
Ah, come on, Paige.
Ooh, it's close.
807,
So
808, 809, 810.
I think it's going to be about 8. Yep.
8:11.0 for Ledecky, Titmus second, and Page the bronze.
Well. All right.
Wow, that was a great race.
Yeah,
Great
if you go
swim
back and
for Katie.
go ahead.
No,
I
yeah,
think if
go
you
ahead,
go
Craig.
back and watch that, you can see that Katie got serious around, I want to say 550. You could just see she just started, I guess, playing with her food, if you will, because what wound up happening is Titmus was right there, and then I think I'd have to go back and look, but I think between the 500 and the 550, I just saw Katie's like, okay, what do I have in the tank? And I really think that that's when she just started experimenting. Like I said, she's just playing with her food.
8:12.2 for Titmus, who gets second. That is Paige Madden's first individual Olympic medal at her second Olympics.
And for those keeping score at home, Team USA now has 5 gold medals, 12 silver, 7 bronze for 23 medals. Australia has 7 gold, 6 silver, 2 bronze.
Tim Chang, Madden with a PB by over 5 seconds. That's the
Wow.
Bowman effect.
Wow.
That is the Bowman effect.
I mean, if you're going to have the meat of your life, why not have it here?
Yeah. No, it's
But
and that's
I'm going to add the
Paige's fourth. Yeah.
Summer went at 8:11 in season. Summer McIntosh went at 8:11 in season. That just one here. She wasn't at 8:11 low. She was an 8:11. It wasn't as fast. 8:11.04.
Yeah, not to flog a deceased steed, Mel. Not to flog a deceased steed, but I've said it before. Like, times matter for every other meet but this one. Sure,
True.
world record, nice, but times matter in every other meet but this one. The only thing that matters in this one is getting on that podium.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And Ledecky, 14 career medals.
14.
14.
4 more years.
14.
4 more medals. 4
That's
more
right. It's
medals.
just, there's the Russian gymnast has 18 medals to be the most celebrated Olympic medalist of all time, female Olympic medalist.
Mhm.
So could she pick up 4 more
Ledecky.
in 28?
Yeah.
She's 31 years old.
Maybe.
Yeah, the science of this sport is evolving so much, so quickly that I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ledecky is the kind of athlete who can. I think she could pick up more hardware in LA, even if it's just as a prelim swimmer on the 4x2. But I
She
mean,
would have
won
to
the
medal.
200
She'd have to medal in the 4, 8, and 15, and then pick up a prelim medal on the 4x2 at 31 years old. And all she needs are 4 bronzes. She just needs 4 bronzes and to get to the 18 mark to tie being the greatest female Olympian of all time.
Yeah, I'm not betting against Katie. I'm not saying it's possible, but I'm not going to lay money against her.
Yeah, I won't bet against her, but I don't think so. I think she has taken distance swimming so far that, especially in the 400, you're seeing young girls come up who have been watching Katie and who now think I can go 356. And I think it's going to be a much different field in 4 years in that event.
There she is, Summer McIntosh, that woman who went 8:11 in season, the 800-meter free, Greg.
Yep.
That woman
who went 8:11 in the 800-meter free in season, in mid-training.
17.
Unshaven.
Give me about 10 minutes, and I'll say there she is, the winner of the Olympic women's 800 free, Mel.
All right. I got you. I don't know who's presenting here.
Womp womp.
Who's this guy?
Well, we've established I don't
World
know
Aquatics
politics.
Vice President. Sorry, they got a lot of vice presidents.
Is that what they're calling FINA these days, or whatever they call
Yeah,
it?
it was FINA up until a few years ago. The new CEO Brent Nowicki, who's somebody you would like a lot, an attorney, had his career at CAS, the Court of Arbitration, U.S. guy, U.S. based, but lived in
Mhm.
Switzerland for about the second half of his life. Really interesting cat, young, energetic, creative. He now heads up. They rebranded their World Aquatics. But on a personal note, you would really like Brent, I think.
Well, I knew it wasn't FINA anymore. I just didn't know what the new name was.
So
I
yeah,
like those glasses.
Kaylee looks sharp.
Yeah.
they did
Kaylee
some
always
layout in some magazine, which was like, it's not a Vogue. I don't know what it was. And Kaylee was in it, and they were great photographs. Just, she's cool. She's got it going.
Well, my Instagram feed pops up swimmers now and again just because of who I follow. And I didn't know that lady from a hole in the wall, but she's got some good Instagram posts. I'll say that. And the first time I put one and one together and came up with 3.
I just want to say something, Coleman. Summer McIntosh may be 17 years old, but when you have that much Olympic hardware, you're a woman.
I don't think you get to make that call.
That's what I thought you would say.
I don't think Olympic hardware makes it seeds gender.
I don't know. I am happy for Canada. Swimming Canada has really, they're having a moment. This is great. It's a great night for them with Leando, McIntosh, getting 2 swimmers on the podium. That's
Yeah.
Whoa. And Ilya.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry, 3. Wow, this is a big night for them. It's a nation. I got to look it up. It's a nation of 21 million people. It's like Canada's got a lot of land mass, but it's not a lot of people up
It's not
there.
very big.
Nope.
I'll say that, Canada and Team
38
GB
million.
both. Canada and Team GB both have really just put it together in the last 4 or 6 years.
Yep. Oh, Great Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you know who their national team director was leading up to 2012, Dennis Pursley.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
So Dennis Pursley was our national team director, and then coached college for a minute, and then headed up. He had the same position. It might have been under a different title, but same position at British Swimming.
oh, well, that makes sense.
And he was in
Back to
Australia
college.
before he was, at our national team director. Australia population 2024, 27 million. Australia is only 27 million. The United States, I think, is 350 million.
Roughly. Yeah.
335 million. So
Yeah. It's not hockey season, and here I am listening to Canada again.
that's what I thought you'd say.
Love it.
Well, hey, we had some exciting finals tonight, and I kind of want to say let's break down the mixed medley. What are your calls on it? Who's winning this thing? I think we got blind spots.
Yeah.
US all the way.
What does China have for the females on that team?
They have Zhang Yufei, and they have Yang Junxuan, who's had a really good meet on the freestyle leg.
I mean, it's all about the first 200 meters and getting out front. That's it.
Well, I mean, for the U.S. it is, not for other teams. But
Has there been a swimmer to medal?
I mean, we've seen teams come back. Great Britain, who is the defending Olympic champion and world record holder, led off with a woman in Tokyo. And they're doing that again, but they're not going to medal, I don't think.
What's Australia going to do? What's the Australian lineup?
Kaylee McEwen, Joshua Young, Matt Temple, Molly O'Callahan.
What are we doing?
Ryan Murphy, Nick Fink, Gretchen Walsh, Tori Husk. We should not lose.
No, we shouldn't lose. We shouldn't lose.
Yeah.
I don't know. Say it again. So it's Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
Who?
Nick Fink.
Nick Fink. Right. Yeah. So we're going male. Yeah. That's so we're gonna be in smooth water.
Yeah. I think that's a big part of this relay that people haven't figured out yet. It's just that open water.
Yeah. This is all about smooth water.
Well, but if like Australia doesn't have a male backstroker who's really good internationally. And I think that makes a big difference when you have big players in that event compared to the rest of the world.
Well, McEwen knows this in the back. McEwen knows this in the back of her head. She's going to pop a 56. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. And we're going to be like, whoa, that was lights out. That's in striking distance. Coleman's grimacing. Okay, maybe it won't happen. But she's going to be a 57 low.
If she breaks a world record, Molly O'Callaghan.
That's who's anchoring for Australia?
And she'll split a 51. She's going to split a 51 something.
Wow.
If they're in striking distance, she'll split a 51 something.
Well, but Tori was 52-0 on our relay at the beginning of the meet.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. What I was thinking about was a counter to Mel's argument about the open water. I mean, you put a couple of gentlemen on the final end, and all of a sudden times don't matter. It's about racing. And, you get a couple of ladies that are anchoring and the men see chum on the water and they go get it. And I could see that I could see that being motivation in the sense that not necessarily I'm going to win it, but I got a goal I can go get.
There's a couple, and that's worked once or twice internationally, but there's one factor about that is that the differential between men and women, like the time differential for men and women is smaller in freestyle and backstroke than it is butterfly and breaststroke on average.
Really?
And so like you have a really good man who can split like 47-0 on a freestyle leg, and a really good woman who can split 52-0 on a freestyle leg. That's 5 seconds. Whereas breaststroke, a really good man could split 58-0, and a really good woman could split 105-0. That's 7 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm sure
they've. Go ahead.
That's just on average. I think that's one reason people are weary about anchoring with a male, as well as the open water factor or the waves.
I don't know. My relay days, I almost used to like going in not second leg, but behind enough, because that was just extra motivation.
It gives you a very clear goal, right?
Oh, absolutely, it does.
I don't know.
That's a much easier goal rather than don't get caught.
I was in the 4x2 in 92 men's relay, and we got behind. And I remember hitting the water, diving in third, and I was like, I'm swimming in the ocean. This is rough. But no, it was over. It's I think chop in an Olympic pool is a big issue.
And I think it's worse in this one for the simple fact that it's not as deep. I mean, this pool's a meter or two short of what the other ones have been. And so I think you're getting a lot more chop in this pool.
Yeah. No, I think so too.
You know what? Honestly, Mel, after NCAAs, there's no chop like that meet.
Yeah, no, that's a brutal existence for 3 days of just getting beaten up.
I mean, you get hit by that chop, you're prepared for anything.
All right, we should be starting the relay in just a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
just saw Kate Douglas on the broadcast saying, getting congrats from our UVA teammates.
Congrats from whom?
Our UVA teammates. A lot of them are in the stands.
What kind of dog you
Have
got,
fun.
Craig?
I have a Labrador, if you will. He is a rescue, and we think he's half hound, half lab. And why you see him now and again, frankly, is since he was a rescue, he's so happy not to be. He's so happy to have a home that he just has these random bouts of happiness where he'll just come and, jump on you and wag his tail. So that's why it's just literally he just shows up when he wants to because he just gets happy.
That's really great to hear. We're seeing the ready room for the mixed medley relay. A couple smiling faces, a lot of serious ones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. You're okay. You're safe. You're okay. Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm going to refresh. I think you're ahead of me.
We're looking at Kaylee and Molly having a laugh.
Now I got the crowd.
Now we got the crowd.
Yeah. Andres, I don't think anybody uses AI. And the reason I don't think anybody uses AI for those relay lineups is because certain people just perform better in relays. You only need to look at, Nathan, or I got to give a shout out to my Bruin teammate, Bruce Hayes from 84, to know that certain people just perform better in relays. And that's an intangible that AI will never be able to, well, I won't say never, has a difficult time factoring in.
Coleman, and for anybody who's as young as Coleman, just so you know, Bruce Hayes held off Mikael Gross in the 4x200 freestyle relay to win in 1984.
That's incredible.
I know. I thought you would think it's amazing.
That's so amazing.
And where I love Nathan, and I think that race was fabulous, whenever I see something that about the greatest relay I've ever of all time, I have to remind people of Bruce.
Bruce is in great shape. Bruce is in phenomenal shape. Like he physically looks better than he did in 1984. He's fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time I see him, I'm like, stop it. Just stop it. Get out of my face. I don't like.
You want to have an interesting conversation with him sometime. Ask him about his leg on that relay. Because, where Adrian did it in China, Bruce did it in LA. That's a fascinating discussion.
That was a great meet. That was a celebrated meet. We're hoping to have some similar magic in 2028. Are you guys on a commercial right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some PT commercial.
Okay.
Some physio commercial.
Sometimes I refresh and then it just gives me images of Paris rather than showing me a commercial. That's my hack. I'm kind of excited to watch track and field because I watched Sprint on Netflix. And I feel like I know all the athletes.
Frankly, I watch it all.
Yep. No, I watch everything. I'll watch again tonight with my wife, and we'll watch the NBC Prime. So you're feeling confident, Coleman, about a Team USA gold medal, and I'm feeling insecure. But maybe it's just the medal count. Okay, you're like, I've said that too many times. You're like, okay, Mel, got it.
Well, give me an argument. Who do you think's going to win?
The wild card for me, though, is China. Nobody's talking about China. That one
is Pan's on this relay, right?
I think so. That's why I mentioned it.
Because Pan's going to split a 43.
Yeah.
Coleman, you froze. Why did you freeze?
I don't know, but if he's going to freeze, what a great picture.
It is a great picture. We should screenshot that. Hang on a second. Let me screenshot that before he goes away. This is a great picture. Hang on a second. Let me make sure.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry
not so
about that,
good.
guys.
All right, there we go. No,
We're back.
You're back. There we go. They're parading out.
Cool. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good.
All right, so that just
You're kicking
I'm getting
people
dizzy.
around. Here we go. Look at
Now
this. Look at this.
It's like you're playing 3-card monte.
Yeah. Exactly.
God,
China looks intense.
one of the biggest things I miss about being on the Olympic team is the swag.
True.
the
Do you have any swag left? I
Oh
have no
yeah,
swag. I don't have swag left. It's been given away.
my kids have taken a lot of it.
What happened? Someone was saying you can't wear your Olympic swag out. I don't get it. Why not?
Who?
Someone said you're not supposed to wear Olympic swag, outside of an Olympics.
Oh please,
Yeah.
they give it to you.
Yeah.
It's yours.
I feel like
I've
feel
never
like
worn it
that's
because
fair game.
I didn't wear it because
Mhm.
I didn't want the attention.
No, the one thing I used to wear was, I love that parka. It was a good look. It just says USA on the back. It was big.
I still have 3 of them. I still wear them in the winter.
Yeah, my daughter, who's now 24, asked me, "Hey, Dad, I saw Bill Stapleton's daughter wearing a 1988 leather jacket. Do you have your 1988 leather jacket?" And I'm like, "No, I gave it away."
Wow.
She goes, "Well, thanks, Dad, because that should have been mine."
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, you know as well as I do. They give you all that stuff, and you put it in a suitcase, and you could ship a suitcase home. Do you remember that, Mel?
I do.
So, well, by the time I got home, 3/4 of that suitcase was empty. My brothers and sisters had taken it.
Yeah, wow. It's cool. Well, siblings have that sort of power in your relationship.
Especially when you're the youngest.
Ooh, yeah, that'll do it. All right, they're in the water, getting ready for backstroke starts. Ryan Murphy looks buff as ever.
For anybody who's unindoctrinated into this live watch party, Apple loves the chaos of the mixed medley. This is his favorite.
Here we go. U.S. is about to take a lead. Never let up. We'll see how China performs here.
China's the one that scares me, really.
Craig's been calling it. Craig called it early. He's like, look at China. China's in this hunt.
I just never know what to expect from them.
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter.
Oh, Murphy looks good now. He's bringing it home. Zhu's still right there. So they're pretty much neck and neck.
TGB got
52.08. Murph just won a 52.08.
Oh,
yeah.
That would have won.
Nice.
Well, I think Murph had a little something to prove.
I don't think that would have won. I think the winning time was like 52.06 or 02.
Was it 52.06? Okay. I knew it was something like that.
00. So now Chen Haiyang is in the water for China, as is Nick Fink, as is Leon Marchand for France out in lane 1. He might be able to get his country in there.
He's in the hunt.
He's there.
Oh my goodness, he's closing. Look at that.
Chen Haiyang is having a good leg. Is he?
Marchand is having a great leg.
It's the angle, man. You switch to the correct angle, it's going to be pretty tight.
Okay. I still think China and U.S. are like way out in front, and the French doesn't have the back half. Okay, so Chen Haiyang had a nice leg, but now it's Gretchen Walsh time. China's got Zhang Yufei, and I mean, she's no slouch. She was bronze medal in the 100 fly and in the 200 fly. All right.
Gretchen
So
made it Gretchen
Gretchen
plus 50.
is going to have a great turn here. She's going to come out way ahead, I think.
Now, here's my bit, Mel. When is the U.S. going to switch to flat wall for NCAAs and for nationals? I think having a flat wall helps internationally.
You see Australia coming on here?
Yeah.
The man
I do.
down the women.
Oh,
wow. He's there.
It's not. I don't know. Molly can't make up that ground.
I don't think so. I think Tori should be able to hang on.
Molly's not making that up. Is that Tori on the back end? Yeah. Okay.
It is. Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah. I think U.S. has got this unless.
I mean, Yang Jun Xuan is no slouch, but
No?
if Tori is in 52.04,
Tori just crushed it underwater. Tori just got the underwater. She's ahead. Yeah.
Yep. Those butterflies and they're underwater.
And they're going to get a world record. The chaos of she's got it. She's
turn.
breathing away from her. She's looking in the other direction.
Oh,
That always makes me nervous.
She is. I don't know.
Where are those red buoys? There they
Come
are.
on, Tori.
All right.
Good finish.
Yes,
There it is.
Ooh.
Yep.
World record.
And I called the world
US
record.
gold.
Gold and bronze. Going to the medal count.
Nice.
Gold and bronze.
Way to go, U.S. Tori looks relieved.
Bronze. So we're now up to 23 medals.
That's great. Let's see
Yep,
let's see
24
some
medals.
splits here.
Is that right? That might be right. 25? 25 medals.
Oh, that's 2 world records, pool haters. That is 2 world records.
I think you're going to see a third one tomorrow in that 50, absent some sort of mistake. If she swims
Oh
a
my
clean
God.
race.
Do you want to hear these splits?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
52-0 for Ryan Murphy, 58-2 for Nick Fink, 55-1 for Gretchen Walsh, and 51-8 for Tori Husk.
Wow.
Okay, so
47.
China was 1/10 behind. They were 52-1, 57-8 for Chen, 55-6, and then 51-9.
That was a great swim. That was a great swim. How did Molly do? What did Molly?
Australia was third, 57.9 for Kaylee, 58.4 for their male breaststroker, 50.4 for Matthew Temple on fly, 52.0 for Molly.
Yep. The heart wasn't in it.
Wow.
They pick up the bronze. Do you guys care about the medal count, or did I say it out loud?
I think you already did. Maybe you did.
6 gold for as we end day 7. Team USA 6 gold, 12 silver, 7 bronze. Australia remains in the lead, 7 gold, 6 silver, 3 bronze. All right.
Wow. What a good day of swimming. End with a world record.
Fun.
We got one more day tomorrow, everyone who's been tuning in and watching. So it's 2 hours earlier. So tomorrow, the broadcast starts at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Central. So we'll be on at about 12:15 Eastern. But yeah, 2 hours earlier start time for Sunday, the last final session of swimming. And we'll see you then.
It should be a short
Bye,
session.
everyone.